Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters' show, where we are sponsored by Deters Consulting, Park Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Today is the anniversary of the JFK assassination, one of the most tragic days in our history. All right, ceasefire. They are claiming that they're going to pause ceasefire for 5 days, the purpose of which is to get 50 hostages released. I don't know if that's all of them or not. It apparently includes 3. This is being done, obviously, through great public pressure against Israel and Netanyahu. But you know what? I'm okay with it if you're going to get hostages back. We ought to get all of them back. I don't understand why there's only 50. If there's only 50 left, so be it. What Hamas has done is unforgivable, unforgettable, and changes nothing except our loathing of them. All right, the Army says, oops, that tough vaccine mandate that they had, COVID vaccine, they're now sending letters and contacting everybody that had to resign or they kicked out and said, hey, would you like to come back? We need you. Do you believe this? Do you believe it? Unbelievable. Georgia election trial in January is going to go forward. The judge says it's going to be a bench trial, a judge to see whether or not Georgia is ready to not have what happened before. Is their electronic machines safe? Going to be a trial on this, folks. It's a big deal. Donald Trump is going to go to the Clemson, South Carolina game Saturday. Pretty interesting. He goes to these events. He's generally well received. Dabo Sweeney was funnier than hell. Sweeney says he doesn't care who comes to the game. He only matters if they suit up and take a pass from his quarterback. So the question is, will Donald Trump dress for the game and take a pass? There's been a lot of Walmart shootings. One recently, one at Beaver Creek, Indiana, one where there's 4 people killed. Walmart is not even safe under a Joe Biden world. Mike Johnson visited Trump down in Mar-a-Lago after his endorsement. I'm sure they talked legislative agenda. Delete, delete, delete. Eric Adams' aide told everybody to delete, delete, delete all those texts. My guess is there's a problem for Mr. Adams. Gun ownership by an NBC poll is higher than ever in the United States. More people own guns in the United States than ever before. What does that tell you? $600 IRS deal where they're going to try to take your money from all your online receipts, so forth and so on. Guess what? They're putting it off another year. Toyota's going to have to pay back $60 million for defrauding people. I didn't read what the scam was, and I apologize for that. My point is, once again, corporate America screwing everybody. Pfizer's under attack for Texas and Texas Attorney General for lying about drugs, the treatment plan, blah, blah, blah. This is the same company that donated $1 million to the Kentucky Republican Mitch McConnell building. Biolab has been discovered in California with Chinese communist connections, according to Congress, and they're not happy about it. Air Force has said, if you're in the Air Force, you got to stay away from this Trump rally that's going to be nearby. You think they said that about Joe Biden rally? Hell no. True Social is suing about 20 media outlets for everything that they said they claim is false about their financials. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. We will not be doing a show. I'll do some Facebook Lives until Monday. We're off Thursday and Friday. You have a great Thanksgiving. Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show, local news, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Park Yoga. Hope all of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're not going to do a show Thursday and Friday, so we'll see you back on Monday. All right, law and crime. Kevin Spence is the gentleman that was arrested at the Arlington Heights Greyhound Station for a murder in Michigan. There was an over-the-Rhine shooting Tuesday evening. Somebody got shot and killed inside an apartment. No names of a victim or a suspect have been released yet. 50 packages were stolen from an apartment complex. They said a luxury apartment complex in Florence. They didn't name the apartment complex. 50 packages. Has to be an inside job. Rafael Murillo is the crazy guy pictured here that just out of nowhere beat the hell out of somebody with a bat in Wilmington. The guy survived. Taylor Lofton Now just look at this woman. She looks pretty normal, doesn't she? She's been arrested for animal cruelty. And you know what the cruelty was, folks? They found dog dead, other dogs near death in her apartment, cats under the bed near death. But you know what really took the cake here, Sabrina Kane? They found a turtle.
I knew you were going to say that.
And sewage like water in the aquarium. You couldn't even see the turtle. This woman right here violated the rights not only of dogs, not only of cats, but a damn turtle. She's an odious, ill-breeding maggot, this woman is. Put her away for life. Arian Fredrickson. He beat the hell out of a baby. Why? Because the baby was crying. Hey, Arian, that probably isn't going to make things any better. He, too, is an odious, ill-breeding maggot. Charles Stivers, CPA. I wonder if he's related to the Senate Majority Leader in Kentucky, CPA, nailed by the IRS for helping somebody evade taxes, doing his false tax return, blah, 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 blah. But $300,000. Did you know what, though? My first reaction to this is compare that to what the crooks that are in Congress do and the crooks in the White House does and Hunter Biden. All right, in local news. Special story here. Mayor Ernst, he got a hold of me over the weekend, and he told me that he was going to have a meeting Tuesday night, invited me to come. I sent my crack producer to the meeting, and Mayor Ernst is fighting his fellow council members. This guy is a Marine Corps vet. He specifically said in last night's meeting at the end, he goes, "You don't F with a Marine." But he's a fighter. He wants to clean things up. According to him, if you go to Sebastian Ernst's Facebook page, you'll read all about it. He did a really long page. Some of the things. He had a former corrupt police chief, he claims. You have former magistrates, police officers doing bad things. There's issues with infrastructure. He's trying to clean up his city. But you can watch the video as well. But I stand with Mayor Ernst. Oh, here's another thing. Apparently, and he's connected to all the heavyweights, a guy named Petty, who's a coach at Pendleton County High School, that apparently is not treating people well, and he's being protected. Sounds like he's got some battles with the county as well. But Mayor Ernst at Falmouth, Semper Fi, buddy. And Thanksgiving. What are you planning for Thanksgiving? I hope you eat lots of turkey. Joaquin Phoenix says, eat vegetables, not turkey. Black Friday is Friday. Happy shopping for all of you. And don't forget Small Business Saturday. Kings Island Winterfest opens up this weekend. Enjoy. I don't know if you know this, Sabrina. It's near your neck of the woods. The Alexandria Community Park Lake, they found something called HAB, called harmful algae bloom. And the lake was off premises for anybody and everybody that wanted to get in the lake. Sabrina, you'll be happy to know that you and Wes can go up there this weekend and skinny dip, take your family in their swimsuits and swim all you want. Apparently the lake is now safe, so you can swim in the Alexandria Community Park Lake. Do you plan on doing that over the Thanksgiving weekend?
No, I'm going to have to cut that.
Do not cut that. That's part of the story. Jamar gave 200 turkeys to Silverton Elementary. I love stories like this. Northern Kentucky housing is not affordable for the working man and woman. That's sad. It's time for tiny homes. And in Kentucky news, Kentucky legislature goes back in session January 2nd. They'll do whatever the hell they want because they can override Andy Beshear's vetoes. Kentucky kindergartners aren't ready. You know, folks, Kentucky has got lots of problems. 12 counties are going to get audited, including Perry, Johnson, and Martin, including Fayette County. Random audits about the elections. In Ohio news, Tracy Hunter has been indefinitely suspended with her license to practice law, but she's given time served to the 9 years, and she's able to ask for reinstatement. She'll get reinstated. On abortion in Ohio. Folks, I just want to just tell everybody this. I'm pro-life as they come, but you can't have the people vote on something and then the governor, the legislature, and everybody wants to keep fighting it. You're going to lose. They passed an amendment to the Constitution. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American cheering Bulldog Nation, I'm here to do world news because my mate, Mr. Cheerio Jamie Spenley, is on his way to New York City for Thanksgiving weekend, and I got to do his job for him. I've got to play chess by myself this weekend, too. All these trials and tribulations, but I'm dependable. I'm not like the British. You know, sometimes the Brits can be independable, especially those that are more like Cornwallis instead of Horatio Nelson. Just saying, just saying. Also, you're going to see the pro actually do the news without reading it verbatim. Our top story, 4 bodies were recovered in a search of missing teenagers in North Wales. They were found in a car with its roof partially submerged in water. They've been looking for their names, Jevin Hurst, Harvey Owen, Wilf Henderson, and Hugo Morris. They've been missing since Sunday morning. Now they've been found. They think it's an accident, no foul play. We'll have to wait and see. Second story. People have tried, at least 37 people have died in a stampede during Army recruitment at a stadium in Congo, Brazzaville. How the hell does that happen? People tried to force their way to the stadium's gate in the capital, causing the stampede. These people must want to really get in. 1,500 people between the ages of 18 and 25. That's nuts. Nigeria and Germany have agreed on a deal for Africa's largest producer of oil to supply more gas to Germany, while Berlin will also invest $500 million in renewable energy projects. Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu reported all this on Thursday. I got that name right, I think. Javier Milei was elected Argentina's presidential election on Sunday, says Buenos Aires has non-negotiable sovereignty over the Falklands, known as Isla Malvinas by the Argentines. Uh-oh. He said his government would make every effort to take the islands back through diplomatic channels. But the prime minister's official spokesperson said UK has no doubt about the sovereignty of the Falkland Islands. I thought Javier Milei was going to be a good guy, not a sheep-biting, roguish pumpkin. We'll see what happens. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Read Shakespeare, study your history, and be a good little boy and girl and eat your breakfast. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. And I just want to go ahead and tell you that there's going to be no Sports Without Boundaries on Thursday or Friday. We'll see you again on Monday. All right. Do you realize that Joe Burrow has been sacked more times, almost 50% more times than Andrew Luck? And what happened to Andrew Luck? So, something to ponder. All right, 2 basketball games in college I want to bring up. Kansas lost to Marquette. Kansas has won. Marquette was 11th, 73-59. And Purdue beat Tennessee 71-67. Battle of top 10 teams there as well. NFL previews. What tomorrow's going to be. Thanksgiving games. You got Packers at Lions is the early game. The Redskins at the Cowboys, the middle game, and the 49ers at the Seahawks, the late game. On Black Friday, you got the Dolphins at the Jets. And Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Will Jake Browning become a legend? All right, in Kentucky high school semifinals, Cooper at Highlands, Paducah Tillman at Covcath, Beechwood at Mayfield. In Ohio, you got Moeller still alive at Pequot and Anderson at Massillon. College football rankings. Georgia's 1, Ohio State 2, Michigan 3rd, Washington takes the 4th spot. I have a hard time believing Josh Winston. Florida State's going to stick around and beat Louisville with their quarterback going down. I just can't see that happening. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this weekend. I believe Oregon plays Oregon State. You got Bama at Auburn. They'll take care of business there. Of course, Michigan beating Ohio State. If they do at home, what does that do to those teams? It's going to be interesting. I think things are finally going to get shaken up a little bit. All right. Dabo Swinney. I'm a fan of Dabo Swinney. When asked about Trump coming to the Clemson, South Carolina game this weekend, Dabo goes, I don't really care unless he's going to suit up and take a pass from our quarterback. Which led everybody to wonder, wouldn't that be interesting? All right, Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator for the Steelers, unfortunately got fired. We would have liked him to stick around one more game, Josh Wentz, because he sucked. You know, they have been outgained by the opposing team in every game this year. All right, Kevin Durant is number 11th. He just passed up Elton Hayes in the all-time scoring list. You can't make this up. LeBron James is the first NBA player to go over 39,000 points. Tom Brady saying the NFL is like touch football, and it's not very good. I agree, too many penalties. But the funny thing and the irony about this, Josh Wentz, who did we always feel like was treated special like touch football? Tom Brady. Of course, Tom Brady generally had a good offensive line and didn't get hurt that much. The worst team in the NFL, according to NFL players, is MetLife, where the Jets and New York Giants play. Can't make it up. Willie Hernandez played for the Cubs, the Phillies, and the Detroit Tigers. Won a Cy Young. I don't remember him very well, but he passed away. Indianapolis released their all-pro linebacker, Leonard. I don't understand that. And I think I have a couple add-ons. We have to add on Georgia Tech is at UC tonight, and Aaron Bradshaw is beginning to practice at University of Kentucky, one of their 7-footers. This guy, I think, was like number 5 ESPN. He's a player. I saw him in person at the NKU scrimmage, and wow. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Enjoy your sports this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, as you know, this is my favorite show because it's fun. Eric Deters Pop Culture for today, Wednesday, November 22nd. Top 2 stories. Number 1 story is Josh Wentz. There's a full beaver. And it's a full beaver moon. It's out. And apparently it's like most prominent. The full beaver's most prominent on November 27th coming up. Now, I guess I'll be honest, okay? I saw the headline. I perused the story. I didn't really catch why it's called full beaver. But I assume that picture looks like a beaver. Do you see that? Does he got some wood in his mouth? Oh, God. I'm cracking myself up. Next story. Joaquin Phoenix. This guy is certifiably nuts. I mean, if you watch him in his movies like The Joker, he's crazy. He's crazy in real life. Remember, he acted like he was like, I don't know, like on a sabbatical or something. He wasn't seen and he had that beard. It was like he was but I'm one of these people that separates the actor from the personal. I mean, Alec Baldwin's a great actor, okay? But he's woke as hell. Well, Joaquin Phoenix, Napoleon coming out, right? Well, instead of talking about his movie Napoleon, where he walked out of the premiere, he says we should say no to turkey. Yeah. Because of how turkeys are treated, we should say no to turkey and eat vegetables. Is there anything? It's Thanksgiving. I'm not giving up my turkey. And Josh Wentz, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've seen some commercials and some ads and some stories about people try something new. Right. You know, hell, those two dental assistants that worked on me said they were going to have spaghetti because they can't afford the damn turkey, not because they don't want to eat the turkey. Right. I just want everybody to know we're having turkey and ham, and I'm going to love it. Sorry. All right, are you tired? You're going to love this woke story, Josh Wentz. Psychologist wrote an article about we're all so tired and exhausted at the end of this year. And it's okay because of 2020 and 2021 and 2022 and 2023. We're getting back in action and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, this guy's making an excuse for everybody to be lazy. Right. We ain't got time to be tired, do we, Josh? Take a nap and move on with it. David Lee Roth has said yes to the invitation by Sammy Hagar going out on the Led Zeppelin. You know what? I love old rockers. You know, it's like, that's all they've ever done. They got nothing else to do. Why not go out and play your hits and get some fan adulation? People that I know that experience that say you never get over it. That it's hard to not get over it. That connection you have with fans and that adulation. Bruce Springsteen even admits it. Golden Bachelor, who cares? No one. Have you watched any of this crap? Yeah. I watched like the first one or two of them, and then I said, this is awful. This is awful. Yeah. It's sick and disgusting. The idea and concept that you stick a man and a woman with a bunch of men and women, and they're supposed to pick one after they get involved is really kind of sick. Anyway, it looks like he picked Teresa over Felicia or whatever her freaking name is, based upon what's going on Instagram. And then it was supposed to be aired, but now they kicked it November 30th. Jerry, I don't give a damn. And no one else does either. Dave Letterman went back on Stephen Colbert Late Night, standing ovation, and David Letterman said he missed everything. And all I could think of, Josh Wentz, is I was hoping Letterman was making Colbert nervous. Because who would we rather have in that seat? Letterman. Did Letterman harp on presidential politics, one guy over and over again? No. Well, you know, when in his height of his career, you know, he was an ordinary late night guy. Brad Pitt versus his son Pax. All I got to say is this. I don't know Brad Pitt. I've never met Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's not a friend of mine. But has there ever been one instance reported by anybody of Brad Pitt not generally being a gentleman? No. Who is influencing his adopted son? Very much so. Angelina Jolie, the Wicked Witch of the East. So when Pax attacks Brad, I don't believe it for a freaking minute. All right, Susan Sarandon came out and said, Jews are now feeling what it's like to be a Muslim. Her agency canceled her. Susan, come on. Elon's routine. I saw a reel and I put it out for the show. He says he works, he sleeps. He gets up and works, he sleeps. He works and sleeps. And I'm like, he's my guy. I do the same thing, Elon, only I wish I had your money. Matthew McConaughey, I love the guy. He's another guy that I just think is a good dude. And Matthew McConaughey says, Josh Wentz, that they generally eat on Thanksgiving 11:30 or midnight. And I'm thinking, oh, like the night before. No. They apparently grill their turkey. His brother's in charge. He smokes it and grills it. He says it takes so damn long, we usually eat 11:30 Thanksgiving night. Damn, I'd be hungry. Yeah. Love McConaughey. And then last but not least, Dolly Parton put out an album, Rockstar. I just listened this morning while I was working. I got to the office at 6 o'clock to every song. And it is incredible, Josh Wentz. Her original songs on it are great. Rockstar, I Dreamt of Elvis, the duet with Kid Rock. But what's really wild is she nails all of her covers. Chris Stapleton with Night Moves by Seeger. Let It Be. How many people would Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney do Let It Be with? She did. She does Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, so they okayed it. Queen, Aerosmith. I mean, she did these songs with these collaborations or permission from every leading rock group. And I was joking with Sarah at the office and Shelley, because they're there early too, Josh, and I was thinking, Who says no to Dolly? Obviously nobody.
Right.
And she just nails it. I mean, she said, hey, I'm in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I got to do a rock album. Right. She did a rock album, and it's outstanding. The original songs are good, and the covers are great. Dolly's a special person. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.